All right, so now we'll do a quick boot camp course on taxes and real estate. As you know, there's no sure thing but death and taxes, but there's ways to deduct taxes from your real estate expenses and your real estate business. Any business can and does deduct its expenses, and the more you can maximize your deductions, the more you can avoid a big tax bite. Avoid is legal, evade is illegal. I'll tell you how to avoid legally a big tax bite. Number one, repairs. Every repair I do, I save the receipt and I deduct it. Property management. I always tell people if you're going to own a lot of real estate, especially long term, you're better off managing it through a professional, not trying to do everything yourself. Otherwise, it turns into another job. And the reason you're getting into real estate is to try to be able to quit your job, right? Not just take another one. It's deductible. Insurance. Property tax is deductible. I deduct both of those. The landscaping, the depreciation of the carpets, to the paint, to the equipment in the property, sometimes if you buy a washer dryer, anything like that, even though the value of the real estate is going up in appreciation, the government, you're telling, parts of that real estate are depreciating. Now, if you sell it for more money later, that's great. But the government says, where's my cut? But you can do a 1031 tax exchange. You can tell the government, wait, I'm not selling this for good. I'm trading it up. I'm trading it for a different property. I'm trading it up for separate properties. It can be like for like, as long as it's real estate. An apartment building for an office building for vacant land for a grazing pasture in Kansas, Kansas cropland for a commercial self-serve car wash. Anything like that, as long as it's real estate, under the rules of the government says, okay, as long as you buy it within a certain time frame, we can defer that taxes, defer it until you're dead. And then and only then does it come due. And then your kids may get it, depending on their income, at a step-up value. In other words, the government just resets the clock. They get just to keep the capital gains. Consult a CPA or a tax attorney, they'll tell you more. Another thing I like is that you can travel to it. One of my rentals is my own mother's house. And I'm able to deduct the trip down there to see my mom because I'm checking on the rental property. Another thing, clever thing I've seen people do is buy a house in a college town where their kids are going to college. They can deduct the trip to go visit their kid at their college. This is a good way of building equity. And you can also put things in trusts if you really want to. Trusts never die. That means there's no estate taxes, but you have to set it up correctly. But my two warnings here: call a CPA to get the real skinny on it, since I'm not. I'm a real estate broker and investor, not a CPA. And the other thing is document everything you're doing. The government loves it when you keep careful records, and so does your CPA. So that's the crash course on why real estate is such an advantageous asset as far as tax write-offs.